co-sign a loan for somebody.
It's time for the Margin Matters Minute with Money Man Jason Brown.
Welcome to FinCon 2024 from Atlanta, Georgia, the capital of the South. This is the conference where the money nerds unite. Now today, I thought it would be a cool opportunity, since I'm here amongst thousands of money nerds, to just walk around and ask the nerds, what was your biggest money fail? And most importantly, what did you learn from it? So let's go see what they have to say.
My name is Andy Hill. I'm a family finance coach at Marriage, Kids, and Money, and my biggest money fail was actually when I bought my first home when I was 22 years old. I thought I was doing the smart financial thing by saving up some money and buying my house and taking advantage of the real estate market, but what I didn't learn is that being able to afford the mortgage is only one piece of the puzzle when it comes to home ownership. There is home repairs, there are utilities, there are property taxes, there's insurance, there's a bunch of other things that I didn't even think about. And quickly I learned that home ownership can actually own you if you're not financially prepared. And that's really how I felt for, almost 10 years during my first home ownership process. I definitely learned things along the way, got some roommates and figured out how to house hack the process through, but I never wanted to do that again. So the next time I bought a home, I went way crazy down on the down payment, about 45% down. We paid the thing off in 4 years, so now we are completely mortgage free because I never want to be owned by my home again.
What's up, everybody? My name is Yanely Espinal. I go by Miss Be Helpful on social media, and I'm the author of a book called Mind Your Money, Insightful Stories and Strategies to Help You Reach Your #money goals. And when it comes to thinking about money goals, one of the things that I really wanted to do when I was really getting started, so my early 20s, was I really wanted to build community and help my family. And I had a family friend who could not afford to go back for another semester in college, and so she approached me and asked if I would co-sign a student loan for her so that she could go back to school. And now I tell people this is my biggest financial fail, because first of all, I did not understand what it meant to co-sign a loan for somebody. I was 100% on the hook for her debt, and you better believe when she graduated, she couldn't get a job, and she ended up working at Best Buy and could not pay her student loan payment. And guess who? She started making payments for her on her student loan because it was also my debt too. I learned that you cannot go into a financial contract or agreement that you don't understand. So make sure you understand the terms and conditions. And second thing I learned was never co-sign a loan for somebody. Even if you love them, help them find a good loan for people with low credit or new to credit. Find resources, read articles, send them videos, be a resource, but don't co-sign the loan because you're responsible for that debt, and that can really put a dent on your credit.
David Wilson, Money Coach Dave on all social media, and this is my biggest money fail. When I started learning about personal finances at 18, one of the lessons that I stuck to like glue was that on negotiation. So, to show off my negotiation skills to all my friends in high school, we went to the mall where I was approached by a salesman for a TENS machine, which is the one that pricks your muscles and makes you recover faster. Long story short, because I negotiated this guy down so low, I ended up buying this thing that I didn't need. So, what did I learn from this big money fail? Don't buy things to impress people that you don't really like.
What is up, folks? I am Matt Altmix.
I'm Joel Larsgaard. We're from the How to Money podcast. And I'm pretty sure the question we're answering today is what's our biggest money fail and what we've learned.
Yes.
Right? Matt, you want to get started?
Indeed. Oh, you want me to kick it off?
Yeah, come on.
All right. I never make mistakes, and so...
That's not what your wife said.
If I had to put my finger on one big money fail, I would say it would be the money I spent on vehicles when I was younger. I was just obsessed with my ride.
That Bugatti was really expensive.
But just overspending on, and not only my Jeep, but accessories for my Jeep. I was that guy. I had an ARB bull bar, steel bumper before those things were even cool.
Sounds expensive.
Those things are expensive, and so I spent a lot of money. Not only, and it was a used vehicle, but even still, I could have done much better driving that Corolla. That's not what I did. So that, the accessories to go with it, and then I would get tired of that after, you know, a few years, sell it, end up getting something else. And so the amount of money that I lost on depreciation of vehicles was a lesson that has stuck with me. And I just, other end of the spectrum, I just paid to get the timing belt replaced on my Honda minivan for the second time. So my goal, we're
Get that puppy on the
we're
road.
going to take the miles over 200,000 on this 2012 Honda Odyssey.
Nice.
I have learned my lesson. What about you, Joel?
Mine was over-indexing on the frugality side for too long. And I love being frugal still. Like, there's elements of frugality that I think are still really important, and you can't just completely abandon it altogether. But if you're like in that hyper-frugal mind train all the time, there's a distinct possibility that you're missing out on opportunities to grow your wealth, right, to increase your human capital, and to find ways to build wealth, invest more. So yeah, frugality is great, but put it in its place. Don't let it kind of drive everything about your personal finances.
Love it.
Yeah.
I'm Wanda Belle with Belle Financial Services. I am a financial wellness coach, and my biggest financial fail was the fact that I did not pay attention to my finances in my early 20s. That led me to being in a mountain of debt, like $30,000+ worth of debt, and I had a 472 credit score. I was upside down in a car loan. My interest rate was a 23% on a Ford Focus, okay? So, and that was all due to me not paying attention to my finances at an early age.
What's up, everybody? My name is Jaspreet Singh, best known probably for being the host of the Minority Mindset Show, but most of my time is running a company called Briefs Media, where we publish a newsletter called Market Briefs, a free daily report of what's happening in the markets every day. My biggest money mistake, and this one was kind of hard for me to think of because I have a lot of these, but the one that's probably the most painful, the first one that comes to my mind, was the third real estate deal that I did, because I did this deal based off of the advice of my contractor, who told me to buy this property because we could flip it very quickly, and he made all these promises. So I did not get a home inspection before I purchased this property. I was young, I was like 21, 22, and I purchased the property, and I wrote the contractor a check, and he essentially ran away with the money because I didn't know that he was running into financial problems. So he wanted me to buy this deal so I could write him a check. And after he ran away, I found out that this property was completely messed up. It was the worst deal I've ever done. It was a horrible deal. I lost a ton of money on the property. I lost more money than what the cost was to buy the property. So it was a big mistake.
Hello from FinCon 24 in downtown Atlanta in the lobby of the historic Hyatt Regency Hotel with this incredible architecture. We're here for 3 days of money nerds conversations, but we're also here to meet personal finance with content creation. I'm Doug Nordman. I'm the founder of MilitaryFinancialIndependence.com. I write about personal finance for military families. I also write about money-savvy children and your family, raising them with the same financial independence skills you have now. One of the questions I'm frequently asked is my biggest money loss, and I'm proud to say that it's been very educational. It's angel investing. It's where you get a chance to invest in startups, and let's just say that doing it properly requires at least 6 figures of investments. And on the other hand, I've been doing this for 15 years, and during that period, I've managed to lose an average compounded loss of 7% per year for 15 years. Got a couple that are still maybe going to exit, maybe they'll make me whole. At this point, I'm skeptical. The thing I've learned is that whenever you're investing in anything, you have to pick an individual security, like angel investing or stock picking. The first thing you need to do is limit it to 10% of your asset allocation. And the second thing you need to do is realize that you're going to learn an expensive lesson with that 10%. 10% is enough to move the needle on your net worth if you turn out to be a brilliant investor like Warren Buffett. On the other hand, 10% is small enough to limit the damage if you're not.
Hi, my name is Deacon Hayes from Well Kept Wallet, and my biggest money fail would have been buying a home when I couldn't afford it. When I was young, in the early 2000s, 2006, in 2006, the real estate market was booming, and so I decided I needed to get in now or I would never be able to afford a home, and I put no money down. I got what's called an 80-20 loan. So I had no money into this thing, and it was the biggest nightmare. So what I learned is you want to make sure that you have enough for a down payment. I usually say at least 10%, 20% if you can avoid PMI. And that way, if the market fluctuates and you need to get out of a home, you can do it. I was stuck in that home for 10 years, sold it for a loss. And so a lot of people think real estate always goes up, but that's not always the case.
Hey, my name is Gabe, and my biggest money fail is thinking I was smarter than I was. So there's a lot of times where the markets go up and down, and you watch some YouTube videos and you're like, oh, okay, this will, I can pick some stocks here, I can pick some coins, and I tried doing that multiple times, and almost every time I have tried to pick a stock, it has gone down or I've lost money, and times I've invested in the S&P 500, all that has gone up. And then I also bought some altcoins when those were going around, they were going viral, and I made some money, and then it went down to almost nothing, and that was over $5,000 that I did that with. So I've learned my lesson a little bit, and just not thinking that I'm smarter than I am. I understand real estate, I understand stocks, I understand some businesses, but I don't invest in anything I don't completely understand, and I wish I had learned that sooner.
Clifton Corbin, the author of Your Kids, Their Money, and the host of the Raising Generational Wealth Virtual Summit. So my biggest money blunder, after I got out of college, I dove deep into debt, got a bunch of credit cards, didn't know what I was doing with them, maxed them out, got the collection calls, totally messed up my finances, messed up my credit score. But I did take that as the opportunity to start learning more about how to manage money, how to budget, how to actually get wise with my money. And that's kind of what led me on the journey that I'm on right now. So the blunder happened, but it was definitely a way to start learning.
All right, there you have it, folks. Some of the most interesting, unique money nerds that I found just walking around the FinCon floor here, sharing their thoughts and wisdom on their biggest money fails, and most importantly, what they learned from it. And I hope you guys learned a lot from their stories as well. And also, don't forget to check it out, my other video on their biggest money wins. So I asked all the same money nerds on their biggest money wins. So check that video out as well. That'll pop up here on the screen right before this video stops. So just remember, this is Jason Brown saying thank you so much for watching. And to always remember, it's not the amount of money you make, but the margin that matters the most. We'll see you next time.